Well, as every parent knows, kids create clutter, but there are ways to manage the mess. Vicki shows us how to restore order to a toy room.
Well, it's summer, and it's a great time to get kids involved in the organizing projects that affect them. Now, today, we're going to talk about the toy room. Now, we came into a toy room here recently in the West Hills, and there were toys everywhere. Let me tell you, it was the case of the broken and missing toys. A lot of people have this problem. They have a toy room that is just overwhelming. So I want you to see what we were dealing with. There was toys all over the floor. The closet spaces really weren't well used. There was a train table. There was just all kinds of things everywhere. And also, Mom had put her desk in this room because it was a good wireless signal. It just was a landing spot for Mom. It didn't really make sense, but that's where her desk was. So I want you to meet the homeowner and find out a little bit more about this toy room project. Emily, tell me a little bit about what was going on in this playroom for you. You have 3 boys, and I kind of want to know what was the bottleneck in this room.
Well, it just was a space where we just had too many things going on. I was kind of stuck with where I wanted to go with the room, and I just needed a different perspective and somebody to, tell me what, how to use the closet space, how to use the train tables. We just kind of went from there. And then, we decided that, my desk really didn't fit here after all.
A lot of organizing really is about that, I think. It's kind of zooming out and figuring out a plan for the space. A lot of people think it's just go out and get some shelves and bins and solve your organizing problems, but it sounds like it was more the planning process that was valuable for you.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we definitely got rid of a lot of things where I just was holding on to things because, there was no real reason. They were broken. I kind of went back and thought, are my kids still playing with this? In a lot of cases, they weren't, and it was better to get rid of them or just, throw them away, do what I needed to do with them to make this room a better playroom for the kids.
Well, thank you so much for letting us help you restore order to this room, and I'm going to show everybody some of the fun things that we did to help you reclaim this real estate for the kids, and I hope they're enjoying it now.
They are. They're having a lot of fun. I think they find new toys every day. So.
That's like, I forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Well, thank you. Well, I want you to see what we did over here in this playroom. What we were able to do, first of all, you're going to notice that we took the doors off. That's really important because there was big slider doors. And what we did is we just put in industrial post shelving and really maximize the width and the depth of this space. And giving kids access to their toys is huge. I mean, it's really important for them to see it in order to enjoy it, use it, locate it, but also to put it back. Now, this whole column that you see here, this whole bay, is all for geo-tracks. So you first want to macro sort when you're doing a playroom and put things by like category. Now, this section over here, we've got some blocks, some Playmobil, we've got some big forest and pirate ship and all kinds of different things, but they're all micro categorized. And the other thing I want to point out about this space is that there are certain things that your kids might not be quite ready for yet or that need to be supervised. You want to put those at a high level like we did up here with these little small parts. Her boys are 2, 4, and 6, so yes, they do still need a little bit of supervision. And then lastly, a lot of people think that this is the solution. Just go and get the roll-out bins, and then put some stuff in there. But really, it's all part of a process and finding out what should live in there. And you want to really begin with the process and then apply product. In fact, Emily shared with me that she was kind of thinking she should go get the nice, wood built-ins and Pottery Barn furniture, but really that is not the solution that worked best for her. It wasn't the most cost-effective, and this really opened up the space, helped her reclaim the floor so that, toys weren't getting broken and stepped on. Now kids can pull things out and use them and enjoy them and then put them back. And that's so important to remember about organizing, is that it really is about better self-management, not only for you, the parent, but also teaching your kids. And summer's a great time to do that. Involve them in the process. Talk to them about putting their things back and enjoying them and honoring what they have. And as you heard Emily say too, it's a good time to think about donating and lightening up so that your toy room can be reclaimed and enjoyed. We really opened up this space, but we also dealt with a workaround. Remember the desk that was here? It was against the wall. Mom kind of had a landing place here in the playroom, but it didn't really make sense. She was tripping over things to get to it. We actually moved Mom's desk to a more sensible location within the home, and that's a great tip as you're thinking about organizing any space in the home, but playrooms especially. Look at the workarounds that you might be doing. Take the time to correct them and use the space in a way that better serves the needs of your family.
Now, if you'd like more information on how to restore order to your home, just call Vicki Norris, 503-625-5774. We'll put that information on our website.